Hey everyone, welcome back to Now You Know. If you thought the laws in your country were strange, just wait until you hear what other nations have on their books. Today, we're diving into the most bizarre laws around the world. Let's get started. First up, did you know it's illegal to eat spaghetti in a certain way in Italy? In the town of Milan, it's actually against the law to eat messily in public unless you're at a carnival. Talk about keeping it classy. And if you're planning to visit Singapore, leave your chewing gum at home. Importing or selling chewing gum is banned there. They take cleanliness very seriously. Let's talk about fashion. In Carmel, California, high heels over 2 inches high are technically illegal without a permit. Apparently, it's to avoid lawsuits from people tripping on uneven sidewalks. And in Australia, it's illegal to dress up as Batman or Robin. Superhero fans, take note. You might want to save those costumes for home. Animal lovers, listen up. In Switzerland, owning just one guinea pig is considered animal cruelty because they're social animals. You're required to have at least 2. And in Venice, Italy, feeding pigeons in the famous St. Mark's Square is a no-go. It's banned to protect the historic buildings from pigeon poop damage. This one's a head-scratcher. In Rome, Italy, you're not allowed to keep a goldfish in a round bowl. Apparently, it's considered cruel because it distorts their view of the world. And get this, in Devon, Connecticut, walking backward after sunset is illegal. Why, no one really knows, but it's on the books. If you're driving through Japan, watch out for splashing pedestrians on rainy days. It's illegal, and you could get fined for soaking someone with your car. Meanwhile, in Denmark, before starting your car, you're legally required to check underneath it for sleeping children. Safety first, always. And in Mexico, cyclists must keep both feet on the pedals at all times. Taking your foot off could get you a fine, even for a moment. Drones are all the rage, but in Sweden, flying one with a camera requires a special surveillance permit. No paparazzi drones allowed. And in South Korea, online gaming for minors under 16 is banned between midnight and 6 a.m. It's called the Cinderella Law to ensure kids get enough sleep. Heads up, in Honolulu, Hawaii, texting while crossing the street is illegal. They call it the distracted walking law. Here's one for the books. In Ohio, it's illegal to get a fish drunk. Yes, you heard that right. Who even comes up with these things? And in France, naming your pet pig Napoleon is prohibited. They take their historical figures very seriously. But did you know it's also illegal to throw away unsold bread? Bakeries must donate it to charity instead of tossing it out. Now that's a law that fights food waste. Meanwhile, in Denmark, it's frowned upon to wear all black outfits if they could be mistaken as intimidating. So, goth fans might want to tone it down a notch while visiting. In California, it's against the law to wash your car using a hose without a shut-off nozzle. This water-saving measure reflects the state's commitment to environmental conservation. Every drop counts. And in France, drivers are forbidden from wearing headphones or earbuds while driving. This regulation is designed to keep your ears attuned to the sounds of the road, such as honking or emergency sirens. In Spain, parrot owners are required to have official documentation proving their bird isn't stolen. That's right, even Polly needs papers. This law was introduced to curb the illegal wildlife trade and ensure ethical pet ownership. Japan has laws that prohibit dancing in public places after midnight, a legacy from post-World War II, designed to prevent unruly behavior. Given how much social energy you bring to a space, you might find this law a bit restricting. In some parts of Australia, white cars are prohibited due to the belief that they can be distracting to other drivers. As someone who likely appreciates design and attention to detail, you may find it intriguing how even the smallest visual cues are taken seriously in road safety there. In Thailand, it's illegal to step on money, as it is seen as an act of disrespect to the monarchy. Thai currency features images of the king, and defacing or disrespecting the currency is a criminal offense. This law is part of the country's deep respect for the king and its monarchy. In Rome, eating and drinking on the Spanish Steps is prohibited. Tourists are not allowed to picnic or sit on the famous staircase, as it's considered disrespectful to the monument. This law aims to preserve the integrity of historical landmarks and maintain public order. No fake mustaches that cause laughter. In Alabama, it's illegal to wear a fake mustache in church if it causes people to laugh. While this law seems absurd, it was reportedly introduced to prevent disruptions during religious services. It's unlikely to be enforced, but it's still technically on the books. North Korea has a strict set of state-approved hairstyles, and citizens are required to choose from this list. The country's leadership believes that controlling appearances helps maintain unity and discipline. The law ensures that citizens adhere to a prescribed image, with long hair, especially for men, being forbidden. Until 2018, Saudi Arabia was the only country in the world where women were not allowed to drive. This ban was rooted in the country's strict interpretation of Islamic law, but it was lifted after decades of campaigning by women's rights activists. Despite the lifting of the ban, women are still restricted in other ways, such as needing male guardianship for certain activities. In Arizona, there's a bizarre law that makes it illegal to let a donkey sleep in a bathtub. This law was put in place after a famous incident in the 1920s when a donkey wandered into a bathtub, causing a flood. The law was introduced to prevent similar incidents, though it has become a curious relic of the past. In Finland, it's illegal to run out of gas while driving on the highway. This law was created to prevent cars from becoming hazards to traffic. If you're caught running out of gas, you may face a fine or even be required to cover the costs of having your car towed. In California, it's illegal to whistle while at a petrol station. This law, though rarely enforced, is believed to have been implemented for safety reasons. There was concern that whistling could spark fires or explosions, as it may distract people from taking proper safety precautions around flammable fuel. In Russia, it is technically illegal to laugh too loudly in public places. The law, enacted during Soviet times, was aimed at promoting proper decorum and public order. Though not widely enforced, it's a curious reminder of the importance placed on public behavior during that era. In Greece, it's illegal to wear flip-flops or sandals without proper soles at ancient archaeological sites. This rule exists to protect the historical sites from damage, as flip-flops are considered inappropriate footwear for such delicate environments. Well, there you have it, some of the strangest, quirkiest, and downright bizarre laws from around the world. Who knew that in some places, you could get fined for dancing after midnight, or that it's illegal to name your pig Napoleon? The world is full of surprises, and these laws are a testament to the unique histories and cultures that shape each country. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And hey, if you know of any weird laws from your part of the world, drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear them. Oh, and before you go, remember, next time you find yourself in Switzerland, be sure not to flush that toilet after 10 p.m. You don't want to end up breaking the law on your vacation. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious and stay weird. Catch you in the next video.